Hello and welcome to your journey to wealth. My name is Hussein Patel, the spiritual wealth and finance coach. I would like to talk about what you need to do to be able to get out of your current situation. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, are struggling financially and can't make ends meet at the end of the month. So, what I would like to teach you is how to become the master and the expert of your own financial situation. How to become the world's expert on your own financial situation. What is happening at the moment is that we are so prone to something called social programming, where we have people that are influencing our ideas and they actually making us think that we need to spend more and we need to in fact do so many different things so that we can become wealthy. This is a complete myth that we need to spend more in order to be happy and wealthy. So we have this mindset of not having enough. That is the first myth I actually want to talk about. This not having enough mentality is actually causing a lot of people to go into debt and causes many problems and suffering in their life. So I want to actually assist people as I've experienced the same problem to manage their finances from that perspective. The other issue is that we also have the myth of scarcity. People thinking that they actually don't have enough money or material things in their life. Okay? And this seems to perpetuate the mentality of scarcity, which makes them think that they are actually impoverished from a material perspective. The fact is that we are not, as people living in average or above average communities, we are actually not living in an environment of scarcity. It is quite clear that if you go to other parts of the world, such as India and Indonesia, Bangladesh, Ethiopia, Somalia, etc., there's so many different third world countries where poverty is a real problem. But we seem to perpetuate the mindset of scarcity within communities that are actually affluent and at least average or above average in terms of their income. This is actually really sad when you see even millionaires and billionaires thinking that they are somehow impoverished because they don't have enough money, they don't have enough millions or billions, and they, in fact, they feel that they don't have enough material things. And I heard someone say the other day that she met a billionaire who has a yacht, okay, and obviously he has many other things from a material perspective, but somehow he feels that there's something else that he still needs, and that is a helicopter so that he can actually get to his yacht. So, where does this end? And also, what we want to do is the third myth, talk about the third myth as well, and that is the fact that we feel that we can't get out of the situation. Okay, we feel that it's an impossible situation and this is the way it should be. That's it. This is how it is going to be for the rest of our lives. And that is so untrue. There is definitely a way to get out of your situation if you want to increase your income or if you feel that you don't have enough and get rid of that feeling and feel wealthy and become wealthy. There is a way out of this problem, this predicament. And that's what I want to talk about today. So, what is the solution to these problems, these myths? And the solution is, firstly, what I always tell people is to get rid of the things you don't want in your life. Instead of going after more money and wealth, that just makes you a slave to money. So it might sound counterintuitive to think that you actually need to get rid of the things that you don't want first in order to become wealthy instead of going for money and more money in your life. But at the end of the day, if you really look at it, the things that you don't want in your life are the things that are actually blocking you from wealth. Wealth is there. We are all actually abundantly wealthy. We're just blocking that wealth because we have surrounding ourselves with all these things, all these ideas, all these material things that mostly don't have much value to us. And that's what we need to do. Start doing is subtracting, eliminating, and getting rid of the things that we don't want. So, how do we do that? Firstly, number one, in order to become a master of your own financial situation, or I would say the world's expert on your own financial situation, you need to firstly understand what are you spending money on, and you need to keep track of this on a daily basis. And how many people actually do that? How many people know what they're spending money on, where they're spending their money, and what they are purchasing? And is it really of value to them at the end of the day? In fact, probably 80% of the things we spend money on, we don't really value. For example, if you're spending money on kids' toys, do they need so much toys? We spend money on eating out. Do we need to eat out every day or every week? So once you start adding up all those things, you start committing yourself to eliminating these things out of your life. You will see almost instantly that you have more disposable income and you will start increasing your wealth. For example, what are the four most essential, or let's say three most essential things we need? Food, warmth, and shelter. Okay, so if we have these three things, then we can be happy. You don't have to live extreme wealth. We don't have to have two houses and three cars and four cell phones. We can't live in two houses at the same time. We can't drive two cars at the same time. Okay, that is the fact. So this myth of not having enough, coming back to that mentality, this is what people seem to be stuck with. And that is what actually is starting to impoverish our communities. Even our African community, it's actually worse in our African communities because they have they spend more money and they get themselves into more debt to have access to more credit. So this is a sad state of affairs. What do we do? So that's why I said start by eliminating the things you don't want in your life, and that's the first step you need to take. I don't want to keep you further, but what I want you to do is go to tinyurl.com /free wealth webinar and register for the webinar that will be happening soon. And then I will give you a lowdown on what you need to do in more detail in terms of getting yourself on your journey to wealth. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.